Nigeria's D-Tigers cemented their dominance in African women's basketball by defeating Mali 78 to 64 points in the final of the 2025 FIBA Women's AfroBasket Championship in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire. With the win, they clinched their 5th consecutive title and 7th overall, extend expectations high over how they'll be honored by the federal government for their latest continental triumph. I've got Kenny Bamidele, who will be joining us, of course, all the way. And of course, we also have Joshua Marai bringing us updates from Abuja. If indeed I said Falcons, if indeed the Tigers have landed and what the reception was like for them over there in Abuja. Before I talk to Kenny, I would like to have Joshua Marai giving us that update.
Good afternoon to you, Unoka. I am live at the private terminal at the NBBF International Airport here in Abuja, where we are still expecting the Tigers to touch down Nigeria. We are still awaiting them. But one thing to note that the reception the Super Falcons received upon their arrival in Abuja is quite different from what is called Tigers, because on my right-hand side here are some of my colleague reporters who are here awaiting them. Officials are yet to arrive at this particular place. We are still waiting their arrival, and we are still expecting that they too will be given a rousing welcome the way the Super Falcons was given that rousing welcome.
All right, so we keep looking forward to more updates. The line isn't so clear. I think it's a network connection, but I'm sure you bring us more updates in our subsequent news bulletins. And Kenny, you heard it from our correspondent over there in Abuja. This type of response, reception that the Super Falcons got is way different, because it doesn't look like there's any reception for the Tigers. Nobody is waiting for them after winning that major title over there in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire. Only reporters from different media channels, outfits, waiting for the Tigers, and few fans.
Very much for having me, Doka. Nice to be here once again. Talking about the team arrival, first of all, just to give big ups to the Tigers of Nigeria for what they did. I know, making us real proud. Time and time again, they keep, vindicating the Basketball Federation, and of course, with impressive performances like that. So I think at the end of the day, the girls deserve that honor. They deserve to be treated well by the president, because what they have done, no team has done. We have the Chan tournament coming up soon. So other national teams will, yes, impressed, because they know that there's $100,000 waiting for them somewhere. But we hope
that this is Title 5, as they call it, not Mission 5, next Title 5, that they've won. And I saw that the president is indeed waiting for them right there in Abuja. But again, it goes to show that football is more popular than other sports. But I think we should give the same kind of reception to these girls who have done Nigeria proud on the continent. And of course, in the world as well, they've also been able to stamp their foot as one of the best teams when it comes to playing basketball in the world. Now, let's talk about the men's side now. Sometime last week, we heard that the Nigeria Basketball Federation announced the 9th of August as a start date for the Men's Basketball Premier League. Now, according to a statement signed by the league chairman, Babatunde, Ogunade, and NBBF Secretary Amina, Amanchi, the competition will unfold in 4 phases: group stage, intergroup, playoffs, and final 4. Host venues will be confirmed in due course. Now, till now, we've not heard any confirmation of the host venues. 16 teams are grouped into 4, split between the Savannah and the Atlantic Conference. Kenny, how feasible is this? Because this is not the first time the NBBF have come out to say that, look, we are kicking off the Men's Basketball League, and up until now, nothing has been done. How feasible is this? 9th of August is the kickoff jump ball, and we don't have any confirmed dates, or rather venues for these games to take place. And the teams, what kind of memo, what information did they get, and how prepared are they for this league? Are you there, Kenny?
Right, talking about the Men's Basketball League. So the players are not happy, to be honest. I've spoken with 1 or 2 of the players, and of course, they are mentioning the fact that they want to collect money from these teams. But where did they expect the money to come from? The league is not structured in a way that the team will earn big, even if they win it. And the league is not structured in a way that even if you participate, this is how much you will earn, and it will be enough for you. participation fee, player fee. I was in touch with one of the players on Saturday, and these players said, see, it makes absolutely no sense. So I think the NBBF need to think more about, the financial strength of these teams, because at the end of the day, you're going to see some teams pulling out. Just like we saw the women's basketball league, where the Atlantic Conference, we had teams like IGP Queens, Sunshine Angels, they couldn't participate due to the fact that, due to financial reasons, you get me? So, August 9, announcing the date, less than 2 weeks, less than a week. Less than a week before the start of the competition is really, really crazy. I think, this is not the way forward for Nigerian basketball, and I think the federation can do better when it comes to structure. The league is coming up. You're announcing less than a week before the start of the competition. It makes no sense, to be honest. I think the federation, if they are able to give us a very good league, trust me, the complaint about the federation will reduce big time. Just give us a standard league. So look at the Ditagrass team. Beg your pardon. The home-based players on that team was 0. Even though we knew that Mojana to Musa and Ifnaya Okoro, they were coming from Nigeria. They played in Nigeria at some point. So I believe that it should go ahead, but don't be surprised if tomorrow they say that due to 1 or 2 reasons the league will be postponed, because some clubs are not happy and some clubs will pull out.
All right, this is really, really sad for basketball, because I played the game at some point, and I go to the stadium and I know how these players react to stories like this, because they go ahead saying so many bad things about the Nigeria Basketball Federation, and I'm wondering, when will this ever end? We're talking about a league that will kick off on the 9th of August. We're talking about basketball courts spread across the country. We don't know where these players will play. We don't know what transportation system they would use to transport themselves to these venues. And again, we talk about welfare. Now, where are the players to even play these basketball games?
Did you mention welfare just now?
Yes, of course I did. I mentioned welfare, and maybe I shouldn't have mentioned welfare, but yes, we also have to put that on the table.
All right, so the thing is, I don't think there's anything like, in terms of the welfare in the league, let's not even go into that. That was part of what I mentioned earlier on. Do you understand? Last year league, we know what some teams actually faced. I can speak for one of the teams that I'm very, very close to. We know what they actually face. In Nigeria right now, the only team that still pay their players monthly, even if there's no league, is River Supers Basketball Club. Other teams only pay when there is the mini league, the band qualifiers that we do have, right? That is the only time that other teams do pay. So the welfareism is terrible. Only River Supers pay their players monthly. The last time I checked, I don't know if it's still very much on now. So it's very terrible, no doubt. It's very terrible.
Very, very terrible. We just hope that we will get our acts right, and we would have basketball running smoothly in the country again. Thank you very much, Kenny Bamidele, for joining us. You still owe me that one-on-one game. I dealt with a colleague of mine last week, Friday, and the videos I should post it on social media.
Did you see what Ezine Kali did to Mali yesterday? That's what I'm going to do to you, trust me.
It's not a problem. Bring the game on. I will be available. Anytime you bring it on, I'll definitely be here. Thank you very much, Kenny, for joining as always.